If you like powder, then you're going to love today's show. Hello there, I'm Bob Lagassa, and welcome to another episode of the Freeride Chronicles. On today's show, we're visiting a few heli and cat skiing operations, and our first stop, we're heading in deep to the iconic Monashee mountain range, where owners Tom and Carolyn Morgan operate Monashee Powder Snowcats.
Monashee Powder Cats is a special place. It's our second year back here for me, and it's one of these trips you want to do like an annual event. Just phenomenal. We got here and just ripping runs in the white room all day long. It was amazing.
The first day we got here, it had snowed 16 inches the night before. What you dream about as a skier, deep powder coming up over your head, just a dream come true.
Nestled deep in the iconic Monashee Mountains, this zone is known for big terrain and quality snow.
Monashee is known for having the perfect mix between cold temperatures and precip coming from the coast, and that gives us that perfect light champagne powder, and that's what we're known for here. We have 17,000 acres of terrain here at Monashee Powder, and our road network is about 140 kilometers worth of roads. So we have an extensive road network that can get us to tons of different areas, from low elevation cut blocks all the way up to large alpine features.
This is my third time up at Monashee. Every time we come here, we get the goods. And this year was no exception. Got in here in a storm cycle, got to ski super deep, beautiful blower the first day, and now we're out in the sun. Can't ask for much more.
For many, being immersed in the mountains is soulful. And for big mountain skier Matt Reardon, who joined us on this trip, he draws inspiration from the mountains for his music, which is featured in several TGR films and the award-winning Hanukkah downhill documentary, Strife.
I get a lot of passion for writing music from the mountains. It's pretty incredible. Get some good skiing, get some good turns, and sit down with an acoustic by the fire, and doesn't get much better than that.
Whether it's sending it big or playing music, Matt Reardon always brings his A game.
The camaraderie on this trip was just fantastic. It felt like we really all share the passion of skiing, and it was really special. Everyone just had a blast together.
I come back and work here every year for a lot of different reasons. The family mentality here is really great. The level of expertise in our guides room is bar none. The skiing's world class. There's, what's not to love?
World class is putting it lightly. With 17,000 acres of terrain, a road network spanning over 85 miles, and guides who know their playground, you're in for a treat.
The guides are incredible here in the aspect that they know the terrain so well. If it's snowing, they're going to get you in the trees where you can see. If it's sunny like today, we're up in the alpine getting to ski the iconic cat skiing, big open areas. So they know what they're doing, and they're going to get you to where you need to ski.
We have a little bit of every kind of terrain, from big open bowls behind us to steep gladed trees, lots of great cliffs and pillow lines. Pretty much got it all, from steep to moderate and treed to open. We got something for everyone here.
They certainly do. From five-star dining to comfortable rooms and riding that is over-the-top fantastic. It's no wonder Monashee guests keep coming back year after year.
They're into the experience and making the whole experience for all the customers and guests be incredible. Start to finish, from the time you walk in the door till I'm about to get on a cat and get out of here. I feel satiated. It's unbelievable.
Now that's not a bad way to spend 4 days. Don't venture far, because when we come back, we're heading north.
Freeride Chronicles, brought to you by Rosignol. Freeride Chronicles, brought to you by Jeep.
This next adventure takes us far north to Terrace, British Columbia. The town of Terrace has a long history in the logging industry. Nowadays, Terrace has become well known for its salmon fishing in the summer and fall, and for its powder skiing in the winter months. It's on the shores of the Skeena River, where Northern Escape Heli operates in the Skeena mountain range.
Go.
So every time you hear that thumping of the helicopter coming, it really makes your heart jump, you know. Yeah, I don't care how many times you do it. It is the best feeling in the world, right? So yesterday we got picked up, flew into basically the top of the world, and the sunlight was magical, the snow was gorgeous, and you know, it's what your dreams are made of.
The Skeena Mountains host such a great amount of snowfall. The powder skiing I've found is deeper than anywhere I've guided on a consistent basis.
Northern Escape Heli provides its guests with an over-the-top experience. Whether it's big alpine bowls or tree skiing, you're going to get your money's worth here. On days where flying is limited, Northern Escape has a first-rate backup plan, cat skiing. This terrain, which is over 7,000 hectares of powder heaven, has appropriately been named Catland. It has been a huge hit with the Northern Escape guests because of the quality of tree skiing. So much so that Northern Escape now offers a specific cat skiing package.
We have 3 snowcats, and all of those snowcats can hold 12 guests. You'll be skiing with 2 guides, and they'll guide you through some beautiful terrain, steep open glades, as well as pillow drops. They really want to have fun out in the mountains with you.
The guides here are second to none. They're just phenomenal, keeping us safe, taking us to great stash spots.
The terrain at our cat ski tenure is really playful. We've got pillow drops, nice open glades, but the great thing is we can ski there during the storms. It's just a beautiful environment in an old growth forest. Personally, it's one of my favorite days of skiing in the winter when I can go enjoy the terrain.
The cat skiing terrain at Northern Escape is unreal. There's western hemlock that are ancient old growth forests, and they're perfectly gladed and wonderful for getting out there and getting in the good lines.
The lines that you can ski off the cat are tremendous. There's some great pillow lines. Also, there's old growth forests that just gladed skiing like no other.
Cat skiing here is incredible for a couple reasons. One, you get to ski old growth virgin timber, and 2, you know, nice, really long runs that have a consistent pitch, great snow, great tree skiing. It's everything you look for in a cat skiing operation.
One of the ideal things about cat skiing with Northern Escape, you do have the opportunity to upgrade for the day and get in some heli skiing.
When we're enjoying our day of cat skiing and the sun breaks out and the sky goes bluebird, you have the unique opportunity of jumping in the helicopter with your friends from that day. We're going to lift you up into the mountains, and you're going to go ski some spectacular heli ski runs. You've got a really great opportunity to have one of the most unique skiing experiences in British Columbia.
Yesterday, our first ride up, we actually traveled up into the Alpine, and it was just phenomenal. Just gliding through the peaks, the vistas were just surreal. The helicopters are like, flying in a Ferrari. They're just very comfortable, like a sports car should be, and they get to the top very quick.
After a fun day of shredding the POW, you're flown back to the Yellow Cedar Lodge, which sits just on the outskirts of Terrace. There, you go back to your room, get out of your gear, and head down to the outdoor gazebo for some après.
Yellow Cedar Lodge is also located on the banks of the Skeena River. The location is quite close to the mountains that we heli ski, so your lifts with the helicopter are a short bump to get to your first heli ski run. We really like to host our clients in a comfortable climate. The dining is prepared by our chefs, and they really host a beautiful menu.
The other night here we had rack lamb, one of my favorite dinners of all time, and it was done to perfection. Coming from a 5-star restaurant, basically, it was really, really good.
That is phenomenal.
The amazing thing about Northern Escape, the terrain is unending, and on a powder day, it's just what a skier's dream would be.
You're going to have a unique opportunity to ski the Skeena Mountains with a handful of your best friends. I think that's a great way to share some good times.
Now that's a pretty sweet option to have cat skiing as a backup. Stick around, because when we come back, we're getting back in the bird for our next adventure.
Freeride Chronicles brought to you by Obermeyer.
Run away with me, What'll you be able to do in a Jeep Renegade?
Lost souls in reverie.
Pretty much anything you want.
And I say, hey, hey, live it like we're renegade.
The most capable small SUV ever. With available select terrain traction control that can be adjusted to take on mud, sand, or snow. The all-new Jeep Renegade. Take off and take on anything.
Freeride Chronicles brought to you by Swanee Gloves.
One of the great things about skiing and boarding, it's a lifestyle sport that you can share with family and friends for many years. Our next adventure, we're heading into the Montana Backcountry for a mixture of camping and powder skiing with great Northern Powder guides.
I've done some cat skiing and stayed in the Yurt before, but this was kind of a unique experience that we were given the option to either stay in the lodge or stay in the Yurt.
Which is glamping, if you will. So you take the cat up and arrive at the Yurt, and it is on from there.
For backcountry skier Landon Gardner, this is his second time at Great Northern Powder Guides.
The Yurt's really cool. It's multi-level, which is unique. And so they've got sleeping quarters down low and living area above. And so everything's kind of separate. You could head upstairs, drink your coffee in the morning, and everybody's trying to plan out the day, getting their boots on. It's just a really cool experience to be up in the Yurt.
There is a lot of terrain, and we've just were out today and got to explore, I think, just a little bit of it. But as you can see, looking around and standing up on top of some of these peaks, there is a lot of places to ski, and it would be great to catch this on a powder day where there was 14 inches or so.
Old El Nino was not kind to the entire western portion of North America, but this crew wasn't going to let that bring them down.
And we were in the middle of a warm cycle, but I'm still able to find that terrain that really turns me on, and I can have fun on my skis.
The quality of terrain here is actually is amazing. The stuff you can get into from just the Yurt alone, and then the cat ride. You can be in some great tree skiing, or you can be on top of a high glade and just looking at your line.
Yeah, part of the experience here at Great Northern Powder Guides is the evening, the après-ski. So you return to the Yurt after a hard day of skiing. There's a nice cold beer maybe waiting for you there, and
Have a couple cocktails, beer, glass of wine, whatever you like, and you sit around the table, tell jokes. A lot of us have known each other for 20, 25 years, so a lot of times we're telling the same stories over and over again, but it's still fun. So last night we get back, we take off our boots, and we're relaxing a little bit, having a glass of wine, and all of a sudden Dash decides to grab a shovel
and builds this little park right there next to the Yurt. So he builds the jump, builds the landing, and then our resident pyro builds a fire for him to jump through after dark. So we rig the lights, we rig the cameras.
And then there's just this big, huge explosion of fire that he goes through. And some of the shots really turned out cool.
I did decide to make myself a little jump yesterday. Only reason is because I just can't keep up with drinking with all these guys. It's just hard to do.
It's not always about the skiing, it's about the experience. Now this next trip, we're heading back into Canada to Caslow, British Columbia, which also happens to be smack dab in the middle of some of the world's best powder skiing. It's pretty easy to see why Jason Rimple with Stellar Heli-Skiing set up shop here.
The things that make Caslow unique are the fact that, of course, it's beautiful. It's lakeside. It's a little point that sticks out into Kootenay Lake, which is big and majestic and basically unpopulated.
Kaslo is surrounded by two legendary mountain ranges, the Purcells and the Selkirks. Both get hammered with heaps of snow. Jason Rumpel was born and raised in this community, and he knows these mountains inside and out.
I grew up in the Meadow Creek area, which is just to the north of here, 30 kilometers, and spent most of my life in these mountains and guiding at a local cat ski operation. And via my friendship with that cat ski operator, we talked about starting this heli-ski operation. And I took that seed and started running with it and created Stellar in 2005.
That was 10 years ago, and Jason has stayed true to the course, following his dream and instilling his passion in his guests.
Which is kind of my philosophy of like basically taking people to the mountains, people to that next level where they come back to their everyday job and potentially they're doing things above and beyond because of their experience that we've provided them here.
That's what's so nice about having a great guide like Jason. He always shows you the goods, and he's one of the best guides I've ever skied with.
The terrain that comes with Stellar Heli Ski is unreal. What's so cool about it though is having a guide like Jason knowing so much about the area and taking us to these spots.
We take people into the mountains and show them how fun it is, and oftentimes take them to a new level where you experience something new and unique and you come back inspired.
Getting you up to the mountain is half the fun.
Stellar Heli Skiing has A-Star helicopters, which is a four-guest helicopter with a guide and pilot up front, and we run up to 3 groups per machine. It's a great machine because you're all facing forward with a great view and lots of room. It's definitely the sports car of helicopters. Lots of power, the ability to get into tight places and take us to really significant sort of little places that we could ski with small groups. And that's one of the things that Stellar focuses on, is that small helicopter and small group heli skiing, where we take people to customized places where we can sort of dial in what they're skiing, whether it's tree skiing or steep chutes or bumps and jumps and pillows.
Jason is passionate about his job, and he loves taking Stellar guests to new heights.
I take the enjoyment of showing people like a good time in the mountains, taking them to the next level, letting them experience what they can go to, sort of pushing the limits when we're allowed to and when the conditions are appropriate, and seeing what they can do and sort of inspiring them to go a little further, to challenge themselves.
With a huge tenure that covers over 80,000 acres, it's pretty easy for the certified Stellar Heli guides to bring you back tired and happy after a day shredding in their playground. The town of Kaslo makes for the perfect retreat after an unforgettable day in the mountains.
At the end of our day, after we've skied a nice, beautiful full day, we come back to the Kaslo Hotel and have our après ski and enjoy all sorts of beverages, including the renowned shot ski, where we nominate people to take a shot along a line of shots placed on a shot ski. The accommodations that come with our program are supplied by the Kaslo Hotel, which is a recently renovated, what I call modern Victorian style hotel. It's very small in size, 11 rooms on the main level and then 3 private suites on the penthouse, and very luxurious.
Coming into Kaslo Hotel, it just takes your breath away. You look out over Kootenai Lake and you just can't believe it's the real scene right off your balcony. Unbelievable.
The downstairs has a pub and restaurant, really comfortable, nice fireplace and nice comfortable chairs.
Oh yeah, great selections of local drafts, as our new ski buddies from Sweden can attest. And the chef in back, he's definitely got it going on.
Everyone's here to have fun, and it's their vacation, and we want to help them have the best trip they possibly could have. And I've always lived this motto of let's make what I want to do. And Stellar is definitely my dream. You know, like I'm living the dream.
Now that was one fun adventure. Thanks for joining us on this episode of the Freeride Chronicles. If you want to keep up with our adventures, make sure you follow us on Facebook and check out each one of these operations online to book your dream powder trip. Until next time, I'm Bob Lagasa, and I'll see you on the hill.
The thing I like most about Deer Valley is just seeing everybody all over the resort and being able to interact with everybody and human resources. My favorite run is definitely going to be daily shoot number 4.